Anyone who follows God in the dimension of friendship, God will take you to a point where faith will fail. Faith will fail.
This message will change your perception about the things of God, about the way you follow God. I was so blessed. Let's watch it together. God bless you.
Ask your neighbor, are you a friend of God? Anyone who follows God in the dimension of friendship, God will take you to a point where faith will fail. Faith will fail. Hope might even fail. You'll be left with love. Check all his friends. Let's go to Lazarus' house. Lazarus, our friend. And yet when Lazarus was sick, he waited till he died. Faith will fail. Hope will fail. His love that's left. Sir, I told you that my brother is sick. You came to my house and you eat. You eat all the time. We take care of you. We support you, Jesus. We do everything. Even when my brother is not around, you come at his absence. We still feed you. Now I sent a message knowing you have capacity to heal. I sent a message to you that my brother is sick and he waited till he died. After death you are coming. What are you coming to do? Without love, you will stop him at the door. Did you come to mock me? You waited till my brother died. Even those that hated me because I followed you, they are outside the door. They saw you walking in. Imagine the mockery. Please, let me mourn in private. Many of us without love will stand by the door. You waited till now. What are you coming to do? To mock me? We bragged and we boasted. We sent people. You heard about it. Now you waited till all our mockers gather before you now walk in to do what? And he asked the woman, do you think that your brother can live again? He said in the resurrection. In other words, even if I lose hope here, I know one day something can still happen. I love you because I know this is not the end. He said, and Jesus wept. Why will he cry? Despite all that happened, they still had faith and hope. He wasn't crying because the case was critical. He was crying because the exam is set for them. They passed it. He said, despite all that happened, they still stood and said, we are not turning our backs on you. And he went and said, roll away the stone. And the Bible says he spoke clearly. And he said, Lazarus. There were specific people. I'm sure there were other people who lost their loved ones through the trainings of God. And they turned their backs on God. Why will he call forth only Lazarus? There were several corpses there. If he had screamed comfort, all those that were dead would have jerked back to life. He said, no, this exam is for a particular family. And I'm calling their brother by name. This exam is for a particular individual. I'm calling that person by name. This exam is meant for somebody who crossed the test. Lazarus, come forth. And he said, he that was dead came forth bound hand and foot. John 11:44. And he said to him, loose him. What did you come to do? Why wait till now? I've walked with God to a level, and I can tell you that when God begins to take you high in life, He will start ignoring many of your prayers. If you allow certain things happen to you to remind you that you are still mortal, when you get to that point where you think nothing bad can happen, is God has not drawn you close. It will get you to a point where you keep asking yourself, what is this? If you understand the Ark of the Tabernacle, there is the showbread, there's the Holy of Holies, and the holiest of all is the highest dimension of God. And the holiest of all, you still see a bread called manna. There's the manna bread at the holiest of all. If the holiest of all is the highest dimension of God, what is manna doing there? Because the word manna means, what is it? They didn't understand. So when they picked it, they say, what is it? That's the meaning of manna. The Hebrew meaning of manna is, what is this? But God is saying, in the holiest of all, which is the highest dimension of God, there is still manna to say, what is it? When you think you have seen God in his totality, there is still something to make you say, what is this? When you think you have seen the fullness of God, there's still a dimension of God for you to know that this thing you think is the fullness of God is not actually the fullness of God. What is this? We have too many prayer points at which we can convert it to love points. When your pastor say, are we still believing God for that? He say, Pastor, leave it. Just pray for the love of God to increase in my life.
All right. I was so blessed by this message. I hope you were blessed also. Share the video, invite your friends and loved ones, let them also be a part of this video. Who knows? Someone also may, have an encounter and a change of life. Watch out for our next video. God bless you. Give us a like and drop your comments in the comment box. See you again.